Welcome to Trial by Wine. We take a closer look at crimes that highlight how fascinating humans can be. Schmitty, Swanee and Clarky visit crimes and run them through their jury of three, debating both sides of the case to agree an appropriate, if totally fictitious, sentence. Please be advised, Trial by Wine may include explicit or disturbing content and will include drunken rambling. Listener discretion is advised. All right, how are we?
Great.
Really good. Recovering.
Yeah.
Otherwise good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any news? Swanee, you had some chocolate?
No, I had that for lunch. I just had some strawberries then.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Nice.
Very nice. Yeah, no news.
Right, so I suppose we don't have any news. We should introduce ourselves. I'm Schmitty.
I'm Swanee.
And I'm Clarky. And together we are
Trial
by Wine.
And what are we drinking?
I've opened a bottle of fancy water.
Oh.
Fancy water.
That's still on the Halden Chardonnay. That's
We're
being
finishing the fancy wine, yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Schmitty.
Beautiful. I have another gin and tonic.
Same one or another one?
No, it's a new one. And I am drinking, still on the same bottle, of James May Navy Strength parsnip one or something. Anyway, still drinking that because I can only have a tiny amount of time. Asian parsnip, I think it's called.
Oh.
Just the flavour profile. But it's a thimbleful at a time.
I think of a better name than that.
Quite potent.
57%. So it fat you up. You're not careful.
Oh.
All right. So who's got a story for us?
I believe I do.
Okay. Take it away, my friend.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to start with my sources so I don't forget them. So they are Wikipedia, NBC News, Daily Star, mind.org.uk.
Mind?
Mind
the gap. Okay.
As in mindthegap.org.uk, but without the gap.
Okay.
Yes. I was going to play you The Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Kylie Minogue.
By Kylie. Oh. I was going to do the old...
By Kylie Minogue, I don't...
Bing type...
Well, I was going to do that one because she's got a revamped Christmas album coming out shortly, but...
Oh.
Does it have a chorus that goes, better than Tony Minogue?
I'm sorry.
Minogue?
I was going to say, and did
but
you...
it does.
She's asked you to, and you're promoting it, and she's paying you to do that.
She's sponsoring it.
You've got to deal with her.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly right. Yes. No, but I do think that version has just the right amount of cheesiness to start off a Christmas story that is not going to end well.
Oh.
Great.
Yes.
So buckle up.
Today I'm going to tell you a story that occurred at the most wonderful time of the year, Christmas. So Christmas is typically depicted as a time for joy, the perfect time to enjoy the company of loved ones and share the love.
This up. Okay.
In reality, we know it can be much harder with people often feeling stressed and alone.
Yes.
Christmas typically comes with increased spending, leading to financial pressures that are not present at other times of the year. We spend more socialising with friends and family. You know, let's catch up before Christmas. Schmitty, I think we were just talking about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And we spend loads on buying the perfect gift for those closest to us.
Or
if you've got kids, hundreds of gifts for them. Yeah. But, you see people who buy squillions of gifts.
Yeah.
The financial reality is we are often left wondering how we can afford Christmas.
Correct.
Swanee, your charity, mind.org.uk, tells us that some people are left feeling alone due to estrangement, bereavement, divorce, or separation.
Absolutely.
We can experience strong emotions, loneliness, isolation, sadness, and all of this at a time when we're expected to be happy and grateful for all that is good in our lives. I'm sure we've all experienced moments at Christmas with our family where we or somebody close to us flies off the handle in the most irrational way, triggered by something insignificant. I know for my family, we've had some cracking fights around Christmas time. It's Christmas, that special time when we can all kick up our heels and celebrate. This is the story of Bruce Jeffrey Pardo, who went into Christmas feeling alone and financially pressured. We're heading back to 2008
I normally
in
come out of it
Covina,
feeling like
Los
that.
Angeles. Yeah. Well, he went into it feeling
Yeah,
that way. So
I'm that that thing where I have to keep a sort of a handle on things where normally I feel pretty good, but sometimes you do this sort of last minute going and getting things, and you just doesn't.
Yep.
Money has no object. You just
It's
crazy,
time.
and
You're
then the
just
day
paying
after
last
that you
minute.
go, and then the day after you're like,
Regret,
what a
regret,
fucking waste of
regret.
money.
Yep.
And I try and remember that each year, which is like, tomorrow it won't matter. It's fine. Just let it go.
the beauty of buying stuff, over the course of weeks or months is that you don't have to fork it all out at once. But I think you often forget what you've already bought. So then you go,
Correct.
I've got to go and spend.
Yes.
And then you're like, God, what?
It's crazy.
Beware of that pitfall. So Bruce was born on March 23rd, 1963, and lived in San Fernando Valley and was working at a jet propulsion laboratory in La Canada Flint Ridge. Maybe it's got a little thing over the end, so it might be pronounced slightly differently. But
strange
No
name.
idea.
that's the best I could do at short notice.
And you've done me proud. That's the great pronouncer of all things. Yeah.
Yeah. And not crucial to the story, so I think we can move on. And not going to come up again in the story, even better.
Yeah.
So in 2004, he met Sylvia. And Sylvia and Bruce married in January 2006. And they moved into a home Bruce already owned in Montrose, about 15 miles north of Los Angeles. The house sits up on the hill from the Holy Redeemer Catholic Church, where he volunteered as an usher at the children's mass. Sylvia didn't bring a lot to the marriage, just $31,000 a year from a job at a flower breeding $31,000 a year from a job at a flower breeding company in El Monte, or El
Did you say
Monte,
flower
or El
breeding or
Monte.
flower breathing company?
Flower breeding. I had to
breeding?
correct
What,
myself
grow them?
because I said,
Okay.
well, it would be that. It would be where you make flowers from flowers.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Okay.
Flowers
Yeah.
having sex with other flowers.
Yeah.
You know.
Dirty flowers.
Big orgy.
Yeah, flower orgy. Just picture that. Hello, flower. But she brought a 5-year-old daughter from a previous relationship and almost all the furniture.
So she brought a bit.
I wouldn't say she bought nothing.
I thought I was going to say
Well,
a bit
he bought the
harsh.
house, so, you know.
She filled it with love and a child and the furniture.
Yes,
That's
and
what I've
by all
done.
accounts,
That's
Bruce
what I
was
thought I've
close
done.
to his wife's daughter. Well done you. Bruce was making $122,000 a year as an electrical engineer, and
I feel
together
like these
the couple.
amounts are going to be important.
Are you writing them
Well,
down?
they're not. They're not.
No, I don't mean the actual
significant.
numbers, but I'm talking about. I feel like it matters that he's earning a lot more.
Then
than her.
there's a
I
power
think-
dynamic.
Yes.
I
Obviously.
think from his point of view, it matters.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to matter from somebody's point of view. I thought.
Yeah, to the rest of us, she got married. Like, that's the way marriages go.
Correct.
I'm sure she did a lot of non-money earning things around the house that made it all work.
That's right. The non-paid work for sure.
Actually, I shouldn't say made it all work. So anyway, yeah, he was earning $122,000, and together they built a nest egg of $88,500 in 2 years. So they'd done pretty well.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
I think that's very
Is he a
impressive.
tight ass?
They're obviously savers and not spenders. Jesus.
That's right. Well, maybe they saved all of her money.
Wouldn't be enough. Didn't she only earn 35?
32,000.
32.
31, yeah.
It's getting
A
lower.
year, but in 2 years.
35, 32, 31.
Yeah, but
Did you say they saved?
it wouldn't be enough. You're right. Yeah.
Did you say
Interest
that
wasn't that good.
Did you say that in 2 years, what have they got? 88.
88, yeah. So
That's
she
a
wouldn't
lot.
have earned enough.
And
That's
their
that's what I
outgoings
reckon.
seem
It's
pretty
really
low.
good.
I think it's incredible. Go and
So-
tell
and
my
they had
husband I
a-
said that.
They had a big brown dog, Akita. Akita is the dog
And Akita.
breed,
What did
Yeah.
she earn?
and its name was Saki.
Did she bring any? I'm just getting my numbers. What did she bring to the house? Because everybody else is
She
getting a
was
value number.
committed not to have to bring things, as was the 5-year-old daughter, apparently.
Oh, lucky for the dog and
But
the kid.
unbeknownst to Sylvia, Bruce had a 9-year-old son.
He brought something else to
His
the
name is
marriage.
Matthew, and he was from a former girlfriend. No, he didn't. He hid it from the
No.
marriage.
Mm.
How much could Matthew have cost?
Well, do you
A
want to know?
little
I'll
bit.
tell you. I'm going to
A little
tell
bit
you.
alimony?
because I think the money side of things is important to Bruce.
Yeah, I'm
So
getting
this
that
was
impression.
Matthew's mum was Alina Lacano. He had not seen the child for years, but apparently was claiming him as a dependent for tax purposes.
Oh.
Nice.
Like, Matthew was left severely brain damaged as a toddler when he fell into a backyard swimming pool on January the 6th, 2001, while Bruce was alone with him at home. Now, I don't want to blame Bruce's parenting for the accident, but I would imagine
But you will.
at some point, I just would imagine at some point he would have been, other people would have. Let's leave it at that.
Okay.
So the medical costs post the accident were $340,000, and Alina sued Bruce to obtain money from his $100,000 homeowners insurance policy.
Were they together at that time?
Well, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming, well, she had to sue him because he wouldn't commit any money to the medical costs.
Okay.
Even though the child sustained the injury, A was his, and sustained the injury under his care. Yep.
And the money came from his insurance policy, not from him. So anyway, from that money, $36,000 was put into a trust fund for Matthew, who requires constant care.
Poor kid.
Bruce never committed any more money to the boy's care.
Top guy.
So I think it's fair to say that Bruce wasn't the greatest father, even to his own child.
So can I just go back? The outset of this story, which piqued my interest, was your turn of phrase that I can't even remember her name. The wife didn't bring much to the marriage. Was that written by Bruce? Is this autobiographical?
No, but it's important to understand how traumatic things were from Bruce's perspective.
That's the point, though. That statement is very much Bruce's perspective, yeah?
Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. And it's all,
Okay.
This is all about how tough it was for Bruce.
Poor Bruce. Okay.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to help you take that.
Hate him.
Woe is me, poor Bruce. How tough must it have been for poor Bruce?
Poor Bruce, yeah.
Presumably, he wasn't going to be a great stepfather either, because once he and Sylvia were married, he refused to open a joint bank account with his wife, and he expected that Sylvia would use her own money, whatever that is in a marriage, to take care of her own 3 children. Well, I mean, her own money, isn't it joint money?
One
so
child?
she had 3, but she brought 1 to the house.
Okay.
Where are the other 2?
Living
The
rough.
other 2 didn't come.
Living rough there with their dog somewhere.
No, I'm good.
So no joint bank account, right? Which to me would be an absolute given in a marriage. I'm not saying you can't have separate bank accounts, and in fact, a good friend of mine said that you should always, or her mother said to her, you should always have a separate account for running away money. So things quickly deteriorated for the couple, and by December 2007. Sylvia was sleeping in another room and spending weekends with her parents.
Poor Sylvia.
So they were married in January 2006, I think I said.
Him?
Yeah. Well, she quickly unsaw it, whatever it was. So 2 months later, she told him she wanted a divorce. So that's February maybe. So 2008 didn't start well for Bruce, and it only got worse. Sylvia filed court papers asking for attorney's fees and $3,166 in monthly spousal support. She claimed her husband had drawn down their $88,500 in savings to $17,000 in 2 months and was transferring funds to a private account. The situation has become untenable, and continuing the marriage was not an option, she said in court documents. Then, in July, Bruce lost his job and soon was drowning in debt while scrambling to find work. He begged the court to grant him spousal support until he could find employment. So now he wants Sylvia on her $31,000 salary, who's looking after all of the kids, to pay him. he complained in a filing that he had monthly expenses of $8,900, which is a lot for one man. Even if you take into account his $3,000 he's paying in spousal support, $5,000, it's not horrible for a man who owns his own home.
What year?
2008.
And he ran
That's a
a
lot. That
monthly
is a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
In
so he said he
2008,
ran a
that's a lot.
monthly deficit of 2,678. He also had 31,000 in credit card debt and a $2,700 mortgage. So sorry, he did have a mortgage. So probably 5,000 is not a lot to live on when you got a $2,700 mortgage.
No.
Now, you ready for one of the real tragedies for Bruce? I was not given a severance package from my last employer at termination, and I'm not receiving any other income, wrote Bruce, who was also denied unemployment benefits. I'm desperately seeking work. I'm not sure if the court heard that he was fired from his job as an electrical engineer for billing false hours, which was presumably the reason he didn't get a severance pay. So he's lost his job. He's been sacked from his job for billing false hours and then complains that he doesn't get a severance pay.
They didn't pay me out for committing fraud. It's just terrible.
Yeah. Woe is me.
Yeah.
So, the poor traumas from Sylvia bringing nothing to the marriage to him getting no severance pay. You can understand
Sylvia
going
bringing
into
nothing to the
Christmas.
marriage and now is having to pay for him, probably also the child that he never even told her he had when they got married, and her 3 children, one of which may or may not be with her, and the other 2 are living rough on the streets.
I think you're now understanding how tough Paul Bruce's life was and what a victim he was.
Yeah.
Bruce complained to the court that Sylvia was living with her parents. What? Not paying rent, living with her parents.
She's so cashed up. That's why she's cashed up. Yeah.
What? And had spent lavishly on a luxury car, gambling trips to Las Vegas, meals at expensive restaurants,
She's cashed up.
massages, and golf lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call that life. I'm surprised he didn't try to get money from her parents, because if they're giving money to her, shouldn't they be giving money to him as well? During the divorce proceedings, Bruce confided to a friend his wife was taking him to the cleaners. Now, the court didn't buy his sob story. Instead, they ordered him to pay his ex-wife $1,785 a month in spousal support, plus $3,570 for the past payments that he should have paid during the proceedings.
The kids aren't his, are they? That's
no.
Right. So why is he paying spousal support?
Maybe because she's out of the house and he has some level of obligation.
I don't understand.
Might be because of the age of the 5-year-old and they're married. Maybe he becomes a responsible parent or something.
Parent when they get married
through the marriage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm making that up, but maybe. If anyone knows, what should they do, Schmitty?
Contact us at trialbywine@gmail.com.
Bang on. Once he wowed about his hardship payment, they suspended the support payments due to his financial hardship. However, as part of the divorce settlement, Bruce was required to pay Sylvia $10,000 and she was permitted to keep her diamond wedding ring and the family dog. Bruce got to keep the house that he owned prior to the marriage. So that doesn't sound unreasonable, and it doesn't sound to me like she's taking him to the cleaners.
No,
the divorce
but
was
she did take the dog. That'd upset me.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it probably wouldn't upset him, though, because he doesn't see his own child. The divorce was finalised on the 17th of December, and a few days later, Bruce told the court that he was still trying to come up with the money to pay Sylvia. So I haven't got the money to pay her the $10,000. You'll find out a little bit later that he, in reality, had $17,000 in cash.
Okay.
But I'll tell you more about that later.
Sorry, I just to add to remove some of our ignorance. It looks like spousal support, and this is interesting, but spousal support is about supporting your spouse, who you are leaving, obviously, who has been financially dependent on you during the marriage. So in Sylvia's case, because she wasn't earning that much, he would have been considered to be, financially the one who's bringing it in. So that, and it can be a limited duration. It doesn't mean he had to pay that for 20 years or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Nothing
While
to do
she
with the kids, apparently.
transitions.
Yeah.
Which is probably why he's wowing that she's living at her parents.
She doesn't
as
need
if
my
that's her
support.
long-term
She's having a
strategy.
fantastic time living with her parents rent-free while she's off having gambling events and shit.
Buying a luxury car, which is probably just a car.
Probably just a second-hand car that's just not totally falling apart.
Yeah, correct. So, as I said, 2008 didn't start well for Bruce, and it certainly wasn't the greatest year for him. So he had separated from his wife and lost his job, and lost custody of his beloved dog.
Yeah, that's it. That's the trigger point. It was the Akita.
But from what I can gather, he'd had a fair role to play in his own demise.
Well, sure, but he doesn't sound like the kind of person who's going to take accountability for that. Mr. Wah Bruce, it's always someone else's fault.
Let me tell you what he does do instead.
I have a horrible feeling.
So remember what I said Remember what I said at the start about strong emotions heading into Christmas?
Yeah.
No doubt Bruce was feeling stressed and alone. In a Christmas anthem, Mariah Carey sings, "I don't want a lot for Christmas." However, I think Bruce wanted heaps for Christmas. But Bruce is not the victim in this story. Far from it. At the top of Bruce's Christmas wish list was revenge. On Christmas Eve, Sylvia attends a party at her parents' house. It's their annual Christmas party held at their home. I read somewhere roughly 25 people attended to have a great night. And as the night gets late, there's only a few of the family left. And they're playing a friendly game of Texas Hold'em. At around 11:30 p.m., there's a knock at the door. Sylvia's 8-year-old niece Katrina opens the door, and to her delight,
God, no. Okay.
she sees Santa standing there.
Oh, no.
And she cries excitedly, "Santa Claus! Santa Claus!" She notices Santa is carrying what she thinks is a large present. Santa steps inside, pulls a handgun, and shoots Katrina in the face.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
After Bruce shot his 8-year-old niece, someone in the room cried out in terror, "It's Bruce." Charles Ortega. It's not Santa, it's Bruce.
Bloody hell, Bruce.
Jesus.
Charles Ortega got up to see what was going on. Charles
Sweet
is
baby Jesus.
Sylvia's brother, and he was shot by Bruce, who subsequently shot Charles's brother and Katrina's father, James Ortega. Bruce continued shooting and then pulled out the present that little Katrina had seen moments before she was shot. It was a homemade flamethrower, and it was full of racing fuel.
Oh, my
God.
Jesus.
Bruce?
So Bruce uses it to spray the fuel around the house, intending to douse the whole place in petrol or gasoline, as the Americans would call it, and then set it on fire with a flare. However, there's an open fire, and the fuel comes into contact with the flame, and boom, there's an explosion, and the house goes up in flames, reportedly 15 metres high.
Jesus.
What?
One of the injured guests from the party managed to escape and call emergency services.
I don't think you'd need to call it. If a house is blown up into the air.
There's no saving the house, let me tell you. The fire brigade turned up in numbers, and it took around 80,000. Took around 80 firefighters an hour and a half to put the blaze out. Once he was done, a total of 9 people tragically lost their lives due to either gunshot wounds or the fire, and 3 more suffered injuries.
Tell me
the
Bruce
fire
is
had
one
burned so hot that dental and medical records had to be used to identify the victims.
I mean, that's bad, but I thought you were going to say couldn't even be used. God.
Yeah, no, they had to be.
I don't understand how that was so hot and so sudden that the house just seemed to
racing
explode.
fuel, I guess.
Aviation fuel.
Is that avgas, yeah?
More
It
combustible.
must have had a lot of avgas. Maybe that's it.
No,
Maybe
it was for racing cars. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, it's avgas. So I would imagine, I'm imagining because it's so extreme, that it came back, like he sprayed it, it's combusted and it's come back on him with like a bucket of avgas or something in his hand, like a bomb almost.
So let
Did
me
he
tell
make
you
it? Has
about...
he survived?
Let me tell you
Okay,
more.
sorry. Okay. Yeah.
So the victims of Bruce's rampage were Sylvia, 43, her parents Alicia and James Ortega, respectively 70 and 80.
Oh, God.
Sylvia's siblings Charles, 49, James, 51, and Alicia Ortiz, 46, along with their partners Sherry Ortega and Teresa Ortega, who were 45 and 52 respectively, and Alicia's son Michael Ortiz, 17.
The whole bloody
1, 2,
family.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people. Is
Yes,
that?
we said,
9
yeah.
people, yeah.
Oh God.
8-year-old Katrina, who was shot in the
Shot in the
face,
face.
Yeah.
ended up surviving after being
Wow.
shot in the face, which is remarkable. Another 16-year-old girl sustained a back injury from a gunshot, and a 20-year-old woman hurt her ankle falling from a second-story window.
Oh, Jesus, trying to get out.
Luckily,
God.
Sylvia's 3 children from her previous marriage weren't at the party. Bruce's mum was also supposed to be at the party, and police believe that Bruce wanted to kill her too for being empathetic to Sylvia throughout the divorce proceedings.
Well, probably because she's like, my son's a dickhead.
Fortunately,
Okay.
I mean, I'm probably,
She's
yes.
not wrong. Yeah.
Fortunately, she wasn't feeling well on the night of the party and decided to stay home, most likely saving her life. So Bruce had apparently planned a detailed escape. So just in case you're wondering if he snapped at some, phone call that they had and he just went off, it wasn't that. He'd planned a detailed escape. He had rented a number of vehicles and parked one near the house of his ex-wife's divorce attorney, which led police to believe that the lawyer may also have been on the hit list. Yeah, the car was full of supplies.
Oh, my God, this guy had a massive plan, didn't he?
It was huge, but I'm not done yet. The car was full of supplies and maps of the Southwest and Mexico. Bruce had also made plans to visit a friend in Iowa and had purchased a Christmas morning plane ticket from LA to Moline, Illinois. They believe he had 2 plans, possibly a plan A and a plan B in case something went wrong, or possibly to throw police off in any subsequent manhunt. However, when the house exploded and burst into flames, Bruce's Santa suit caught on fire, leaving him with 3rd-degree burns on his arms and legs, and potentially saving the life of Sylvia's attorney. That threw his plans into chaos. Bruce changed out of the Santa suit and drove to his brother's house, where he shot himself in the mouth at around 3 a.m. on Christmas morning. His brother was not at home when he died. When Bruce's body was found, police discovered $17,000 in cash strapped to his body under cling film and a girdle around his legs. And remember, he told the court that he was struggling to find $10,000 to pay Sylvia as part of the divorce.
Yep.
Medical examiners later found that cocaine was in his system at the time of the attack and his death. Bruce's rental car was found parked 1 block from his brother's house. It contained remnants of his Santa suit that was booby-trapped so that moving the suit would trigger a fire and set off 200 rounds of ammunition.
Oh.
When police...
God.
Yeah, when police searched Bruce's house and found semi-automatic handguns, 2 shotguns, and a container for high-octane fuel tank gasoline. They also found what was described as a virtual bomb-making factory. And that is the tale of Bruce Jeffrey Pardo, the man who had a shit 2008, probably of his own doing, and massacred his ex-wife and in-laws in a crazed Christmas rampage.
You see, I've not had a great 2025, but I just put my Christmas tree up early. You know?
Let's keep it at that.
Some of you may have judged me for that, but I thought that would be a good way to get around it.
I mean, in hindsight, I'm quite comfortable with your decision to put your tree up early. What?
Just put my deckers up, try to cheer myself up. That is revolting.
Like the level of provocation, there's nothing in any of that makes me go, she was doing anything bad.
She just realised she was married to an awful person and thought, I'm getting out of this.
Yeah.
And then went to live with her parents because that's all she could afford to do because, she didn't bring anything much to the marriage. But the shooting the little girl in the face the minute she opens the door? What?
As Santa.
Flamethrower. What?
It's all a lot.
Something out of a film.
I know. It makes me feel I feel like Bruce Willis should be in it.
Yeah, it's like Die Hard.
Die Hard and die.
He's the
catch
bad
on
guy.
fire and die terribly.
But literally, when I was researching it, I was like, "Is this a movie? Is this? It's so
I've never heard
absurd
of it.
that it just doesn't seem real."
A whole family just annihilated.
Oh,
And the thing is, I thought we were going to have a Farley. I thought you were going to bring a family annihilation story, but I assumed it would be Sylvia
Yeah.
and
And
the
the kids,
5-year-old.
maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
I thought it was just
maybe
going to
the
be
dog.
Sylvia.
Well, that's unfortunately for Sylvia a bit of a given, the way the story was panning out. But to go and kill in-laws, want to kill the lawyer, his own
The
mum,
mum,
just my goodness, like what? Just everyone.
a
I'll kill everyone. They're all
flamethrower.
shit me. Yeah. Well, you got to give him marks for being effective. But the blowing the whole house up was probably more than he expected.
I mean, it's winter.
I'm surprised he survived that, to be honest.
Well, I think part of
Anyway.
the reason he shot himself was probably that his life wasn't going to be that great afterwards.
No.
Any
no.
chance of escape was probably gone.
Yeah,
He's been in a lot of pain.
with his burns, yeah.
Just
A and
I
B
don't want to
plans
go to
were.
hospital and then jail.
Real dampener on the plans. I had travel plans, but now I've got 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah, of my own doing.
Of my own
That
doing.
is
And I should have been
incredible.
wearing a polyester
Santa
suit
suit.
honestly, when we grew up, right, I'm sure you all knew about the warnings about standing in front of
Your
a radiator
pajamas.
with your
Yes.
pajamas. Whoof, you
Yeah.
go up and you get 3rd-degree burns. I mean, it was horror stories for small children. Surely he should have known that. I should not mix the polyester of a Santa suit with a
With
flamethrower.
gas and an open flame.
I know. I mean, come
I
on.
believe the extent that he went to. Like, that's the disguising the gas or whatever it was, or fuel
As a
as a present. Ooh, dressing up as Santa. It's really macabre. Ugh, terrible.
And
Absolute
the
sicko.
provocation was like low grade.
Nothing.
All you did was
Yeah.
separated.
I think it was that. I think losing his job, and he just sounds like he just lost the plot. What a douche.
And his dog. Don't forget the dog.
Yeah, that was the final
Where was
straw.
the dog when it happened? The dog
The
survived?
dog
I
survived,
hope
did
it
it?
was outside.
I mean, Christmas is stressful. I get it, but fucking
I don't
hell.
think that had anything to do with Christmas. With the exception of him being in a Santa suit and it being on Christmas Eve, he's just taken the opportunity to wipe them all out. That's what it's got to do with. It was a numbers game for him, I think. If he was also hoping his own mother would be there, he was just not unlike the other mass murderers. It's just
Completely.
I've got them. I've got a captive audience. So no one will be expecting someone's going to do them any harm on Christmas Eve, especially if I turn up as Santa Claus. What a cock!
And I think that's the thing, that it was clearly premeditated. So it wasn't like he'd, been at a family function, had too much to drink, and
Correct.
overreacted.
Lost his shit. Yeah. I think I'd rather, like, from a sentence perspective, that instead of going into the house and killing everyone, that the plan went really badly awry.
Mhm.
And so before he even gets out of the car, the avgas has leaked a bit, and then there's a little spark, and then his whole car goes up with him in it, and everyone's looking out the window going, "What's that all about over there?" And then no one other than himself. Yeah, look at the fireworks. Oh, it's Christmas Eve. Isn't that nice? And then no one else needs to be harmed by him. There's no need for that. Like, it was just a massive
Stretch.
OTT reaction to
Oh, come on, Bruce. That's a
normal
stretch.
things that go wrong in life, and most people can dust themselves off and move on.
Is he a reaction stretcher?
Oh, God, is he ever? Yeah.
An overreactor.
God.
Yeah,
I mean, I can kind of see coming in and shooting people, but it's the flamethrower, the Santa suit, something pretending to be a gift. Also, I've got 3rd-degree burns, and I'm going to kill myself, but I'm going to booby trap my car.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was
Even
done.
that.
I think that was already done. So that was
You
part
reckon?
of his. Yeah, I think that was part of his
Getaway plan. You can
plan.
blow up any evidence or something and yourselves. But if you're killing some completely innocent person not related, like, fine, you're angry with your mum because she was nice to your ex-wife, and fine, you want to kill the lawyer because they were trying to get your wife a fair deal, and of course the wife and the family and all the rest of it. But why have someone else who just comes along? Like, he's gone, this is just a spree killer now,
Well, Well, I think it was probably about trying to delay things for his escape with his $17,000 that he was going to
But it couldn't give a
move
shit
to
about
Mexico
human
with.
life, though. Oh my God.
No, I think, but even, I mean, I think the mum thing shocked me. I was like, what? Are you just completely crazy? Good on the mum for being empathetic towards his ex-wife. You know, it doesn't sound like he was a top bloke.
He doesn't sound like a top bloke at all. And I think that his mum was probably trying to keep the peace too. You know, like to want to kill someone just because they're not being an asshat like you.
There's no.
Extraordinary.
I mean, he was apparently close to the 5-year-old daughter, but there's no, blood parenting. They don't have kids together, and she's fought and
2
taken
years.
all the kids. That's right.
It's 2 years. It's not even like she earned so much money or you earned so much money in that period that she can take 50% of everything either. I mean, assuming that the way they work it out. I thought the spousal support was a bit weird, but that could have been for months, not years.
correct. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, he's totally overreacted. I'm happy for him to accidentally blow himself up in his car before all this horrible stuff happens.
I started thinking about something else a bit more macabre. Then I was like, well, maybe I'm going a little bit too far. But I was thinking, if it had accidentally, caught on light, I wouldn't have minded seeing him survive and be forced to, like his son had a terrible thing had been inflicted on him.
Yeah.
So some kind of being...
Oh, nut punch, here it comes, yep.
In a similar helpless sort of situation and relying on the
kindness of strangers?
Kindness of his family. And then they were aware of his plan, all came out, and so then he was left on his own.
Incapacitated.
Kathy Bates looking after him.
No one looking after
him. In
him.
misery.
Yeah, for a long time,
really
long
looking
suffering.
after you.
Yeah. So
That's what she wasn't looking after her. Yeah, I reckon that's a good one.
I just thought, I just didn't want to be insulting to anybody who had lived a life with burn victims. I thought I didn't, but this is trial by wine, punishment, not real
fantasy.
We've got some vinegar tonic to help with those burns.
Yeah. Oh,
a little bit of hydrochloric acid.
Really valid point though about how thoughtless he was about his own
abandoning,
son. And abandoning him, won't pay for him.
Yeah.
So I think it's a just punishment to say you are now incapacitated and need care, and everyone knows what a shithead you are, and you're not going to get it.
Yes.
Good one, Swanee. Clarky?
They'll do enough to keep you alive.
Good story.
I'm
just
happy
so that you
with
can
that.
suffer.
I kind of wondered about the Santa suit, and you're talking about the polyester with pajamas, which is very valid. I was thinking more like when you put a Twisties packet in the oven.
Or it shrinks.
And if it just shrink wrapped him, maybe like Bad Boy Bubby style, and so it was just cling wrapped like the $17,000 to his leg.
Body belt or whatever it was. What a loser.
He was awful.
Ugh. Yeah, just an awful person. So it's very sad that Sylvia got wrapped up with him.
Oh, well, it wiped the whole family out. I saw a headline because I looked his name up there to see if I could find a picture of him, and it talks about, I think there's 16 children that were orphaned as a result of it.
Oh, God.
That's foul, isn't it?
It is foul.
What a fucking monster.
What do you call it? Family annihilation.
Yeah.
Normally it's your own kids and your partner, though.
It's weird that it's extended.
That's the
family.
thing.
I know, right?
And there just didn't seem to be enough to justify
it's
that
not enough
level
reason.
of emotion.
It's kind of like someone who's probably been in their life for a couple of years. Oh, what's, Auntie Sylvia's ex-husband called? Oh, Bruce, he's such a douche. They probably all think he's a bit of an idiot. And then all of a sudden, I'll show you.
In walks.
Bruce. They don't even call him Uncle Bruce because he's only been around for a couple of years.
It's Bruce. Fucking hell.
Like Sylvia's
Who invited that idiot?
Exactly. Oh.
All right. Well, that was good sentencing, though. Well done.
Good crime.
That was a sad Christmas story. Thanks, Clarky.
Oh, that sounds awful. I just said good crime. I shouldn't have said that. It's not a good crime.
Interesting story.
It was a good story because I had no idea where we were headed, and wow, that is something new. We haven't heard something like that before. What a piece of work.
Not the most wonderful time of the year for the Ortega family.
Poor
no,
Jeepers,
appalling.
Jeepers.
Goodness. Well, Merry Christmas to our listeners.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Another year
Merry
over.
Christmas.
Yep. And as we say every week, miss you already.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Trial by Wine. You can contact us at trialbywine@gmail.com. Please rate, review and subscribe to Trial by Wine on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. If you'd like to support us, you can become a patron at www.patreon.com, Trial by Wine, or visit our website www.trialbywine.com to donate to us. Your support will help us cover many more cases and apply wacky sentences. We really appreciate you listening and hope you tell everyone about us. Our cover art is by John Christo and music is by Beauchamp from pixabay.com.